Hey. All right, tonight I am talking about when you feel like you have tried everything and nothing that you're trying works for results. And I'm talking about for your health, for your fitness, for your body, for your mind, for your finances, any of the goals that you have when you feel like you've tried everything and nothing works. That's what I want to talk about tonight. Thanks for jumping on and joining me. I'm live on Facebook and Instagram. If you are live watching me, please let me know that I'm on. Tell me your name and your age. I'd love to know that. And if you're watching the replay, definitely let me know that as well, because I want to come back and see that I want to know who's talking to me tonight, who I'm listening, who I'm talking with tonight. And I read every comment, so let me know if you're on the replay or you're live. I did a post earlier today, and I was really feeling this, and I wanted to share it, and I thought this is a bigger topic than just a post. I wanted to jump on and really talk with you about it. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Christy. Let's see who else on. Hi, thanks, Rafa. This is my backyard right here. My favorite palm tree right there. Hi, Paul. By the way, if you're watching the replay, you may want to fast forward just a minute or two since I'm saying hi to everyone. Hi, Alania. Did I say that right? Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Paul. Let's see who else on. Hi, Mona. Tell me your age, y'all. Eddie, 63, awesome. And Angeline from Arizona, hi. Barbara's on live, hi. Kranisha, 28, awesome. For those of you new to my page, I'm Natalie Jill, and I kill fat for a living. I kill fat for a living, not just the fat on our bodies, but also what I call false assumed truths, those beliefs that we hold on to that are holding us back from achieving big goals. That's what I help kill. If you think that you've got people that might be interested in this topic, someone that maybe says they've tried everything and nothing's working when it comes to weight loss or their health or their fitness goals, definitely tag them, share them, invite them onto this live as well, because that's what I'm about to address. Let's see who else on. Eileen, Sierra, Amy. Let's see, Jazzy, hi. Awesome. Hi, Jazzy. You just found me today then. She just heard me on a podcast today and found me. Hi, Betty. You need to kill your fat. I love it. Liana loves my shirt. Thank you. This is a shirt that like moms don't approve of. My mom, she'd say, can't you get a shirt that doesn't have holes? I paid for the holes. It's a holy shirt. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Selma. Selma says 11. Are you really 11, Selma? Sierra needs a kickstart. Kimberly, Terry, hi. Awesome. You hate the fat on your stomach. Okay, let's talk about that. Victoria, you've tried everything to the point where you think something is wrong. Okay, you're in the right place tonight. All right, this is what I want to address tonight, because this is the most important thing when it comes to changing something you want in your life. This is the most important thing. So, how many times do we have a voice in our head that is telling us why something that we want is not possible? Now think about that for a minute. I'm going to throw some things out there too, and you tell me, yes, me, if that's you, okay? Do you ever hear that voice that says, I'm too old? Tell me if you do. Or I'm too late. It's too late for me. Or genetically, you have something. Maybe there's something genetic that you believe that's what's holding you back. Maybe it's an injury. Maybe it is something your doctor told you. Maybe it's a pattern in your family. Maybe it's something that your husband or your wife or your friend has told you. That voice in your head. Now, I want to share a little story about this. Has nothing to do with weight loss for a minute, but I'm going to share this about pain with me. This year, many of you know that I tore my bicep. See the scars from the surgery repair? And when that happened, I went down a road of, oh my gosh, here I go again. I tore my bicep after I just got over a back surgery. Maybe I'm doomed. Maybe I am injury prone. Maybe I shouldn't work out anymore. Maybe I shouldn't be teaching fitness, nutrition, health, all the things. Maybe I should rethink all of that. And I started going down this mind pattern of I should stop. Have any of you been there? Okay. That's what I was doing. And when that happened, if I had shared with any one of you watching this, any one of you, and said, I just tore my bicep, I am done with fitness, I'm no longer going to be Natalie Jill Fitness, I'm not going to do it anymore, I can't work out anymore. Probably most of you would not argue with me. You would say, you're right, that sucks. okay? And if you had said that to me, and if I had looked for you for that, and you said, you're right, that sucks, I would stay stuck in a pattern of not improving, okay? That's one example. I'm gonna bring it to something else, and you might relate to this story. There was a girl that did one of my programs last year. She did my full body reset program, the program I've been talking a lot about. And when she came into my full body reset program on our first live Zoom call, because we do live Zoom calls during the live full body reset, she said to me, Natalie, my doctor said to me that I had a hysterectomy, and because I had a hysterectomy, I was going to gain 20 pounds. And I gained 20 pounds. This is what she's telling me. Is it possible for me to lose it? And I thought, how interesting. Your doctor told you were going to gain 20 pounds and you gained 20 pounds and now you don't think it's possible to lose it. She said, that is correct. Okay, recognize what we just did there. She did my program, she lost the weight. Why did she lose it? I'm not her doctor. Why did she lose the weight? Was her doctor wrong? Was she wrong? What happened there? What happened was the same thing that happened with my arm. What happened is something I call false assumed truths. That means a belief or something that somebody tells you that then limits your possibility. It limits your possibility. Because you believe something to be true, it's not a woo-woo thing. It's not like, okay, I believe this to be true and now it's not going to happen. What happens is you start taking actions towards that belief. For example, with my arm, if I had decided I should not work out anymore, my arm is injured, this is done, I'm going to just gain weight, this is over, and everyone validated that for me, I would stop taking actions to get better, okay? The girl that came in Full Body Reset Live, when her doctor told her, you're going to gain weight because you had a hysterectomy, you're going to gain 20 pounds, she then started taking actions that then gained the weight. Okay, are you following me here? If her doctor had said to her, you're having a hysterectomy, you're going to lose 20 pounds, she would have taken actions to lose it. Our mind, y'all, is so flippin' powerful. It is so flippin' powerful. I am rigorous about talking about false assumed truths because false assumed truths stop us from everything in our life. Every single goal that has been achieved, by somebody else believed that they couldn't. Your mind is extremely powerful. I was talking to a one-on-one client this morning, and she mentioned that she was upset with results about something that she was working on, okay? And we reframed her mind during our coaching call, to look at it from a different perspective, and it changed everything from her. She left the call fired up, excited about her result, okay? Your mind is extremely powerful, and you have control over that. So this is what I want you to know. That voice that you hear all day long in your head, those thoughts, do you know how many times we hear those thoughts in a day? There's science around this, y'all. Do you know how many times you hear that loop in your head? Any guesses there? Over 30,000 times a day. Just imagine that. 30,000 times a day, you are playing a loop of what I call false assumed truths. Things that someone once told you. Things that you believe based on nothing other than it's just a belief that you decided to take on. This is so critical. 30,000 thoughts a day at minimum. 60,000, Trish said. Trish, you might be right. It might be more. 60,000. I knew it was at least 30,000 all day long. So here's what I want you to know. Those false assumed truths are in the way of everything. They're in the way of everything. I want you to talk to me. If you've got a false assumed truth that's playing, write it in here because I want to hear what is it? Say it out loud. You have to acknowledge it. You cannot have power over it or change it if you do not acknowledge it. Let me know what that is. Every time you hear someone say, mindset, you got to change your mindset, that sounds a little too just generic. And that's why I wanted to break it down to this and show you how powerful this is. Okay. If you want to get different results in something, so let's say you're here for weight loss, for example. You want to lose weight, but you believe you've got a false assumed truth that, it's your genetics or it's your diagnosis or it's your age or it's something. You have no time, as Jennifer just wrote, too busy. You've got a false assumed truth around that. How do you then change it? How do you change it? Yeah, Angelina just said menopause and type 1 diabetes is limiting. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Chris just said working out is painful. Thank you for sharing it. I love it. Victoria is saying, yeah, mine is I am big bone. It's an incredible false assumed truth. Absolutely. Yeah. Age limitations. Eddie, that's a big one. Oh, thank you, Mark A. Menopause will make you gain weight. That's a big false assumed truth. Thanks for sharing these, you all. Fibromyalgia and arthritis. Yes. So here's what I want to ask you. Anything that you wrote there, epilepsy, hormones, age, anything that you wrote there, I want you to ask yourself this question. Do you think it's possible that anyone else with that same false assumed truth broke through it? Do you think it's possible? Okay. The answer is yes, it is possible. Somebody has always broken through it. Someone has always broken through it. So how do you do that? How do you do that? Well, first step is you've got to recognize. You've got to recognize that you've got a heavy false assumed truth. You've got a heavy false assumed truth. I've got a client that I see on here. I won't say her name because I don't know if she wants me to say her name. When I first started working with her, she had a belief that every time she lost weight, it would stop at a certain point and she would start gaining it back. It would get too hard. She had a belief around that, okay? How did we shift that? We had to first recognize that it's a heavy false assumed truth, that it's not true, that she has power over that, and we had to what I call force the vision. We had to make a decision that there was a different, bigger vision for her, and we were going to force it and start taking actions towards that. Now, I'm happy to say, because she's on here right now, I see her, she's lost almost 50 pounds now. She had a false assumed truth that she could never lose more than 25 because every time she did, she believed that it would be too hard and she would gain it back. So recognizing these false assumed truths is that first step. You've got to recognize that they're there and that they have power over you and you have to have power over them. So here's what I want you to know next, okay? You can become an entirely different person by changing your thoughts and your actions. That's it. You got to change your thoughts and your actions. What gets in the way of that? False assumed truths. False assumed truths. This is what I wanted you to recognize. Now, just like anything that grows, what has to happen for something to grow and expand in your life? Anyone have any answers? You can type it away, so I want to see. What has to happen for something to grow or for something to expand in your life? Yes, you have to feed it attention. When you feed attention to something, it grows. With false assumed truths, you have a choice. You can feed attention to it. You can have other people validate it. You can focus on it on your 30 to 60,000 thoughts a day. Or you can choose to focus someplace totally different in a way that's going to get results. You can choose to do that. Let me move you guys out of the sun here. Hang on. I'm about to get blinded by the sunset. Hang on. You can choose to focus on something different and feed attention towards that, and that changes everything. Okay? So how do we do that? Anyone want to know? Any guesses? Choice. I love that. Jazzy just wrote choices to make a change. Yes. The number one thing, and I went over a whole conversation around this yesterday, is you've got to make a decision. Decide. Decide that you're ready to change. Write it here for me so I can see. If you are ready to change, say, I decide. Like literally write it, because deciding and then declaring it is a huge step. Nice, Angeline. She said set goals, but say decide. Write it. Say, I decide. I decide. Yali, Marquet, awesome. Mindset change, but say, I decide. That is that first powerful step. I decide. Yes, Victoria wrote it. I decide. I love it. Music Diva, I decide. Chris, I decide. Yes, Angeline, I decide. Jocelyn, I decide. Sandra, I decide. Yes, Chelsea, I decide. Yes, this is that first powerful step, you all. Good job. Yes, Jennifer, I decide. Allison, I decide. Yes. Belle, I decide. Jazzy, I decide. Nikki, I decide. I see you. April on Facebook, I decide. I love it. Yes. Linda, I decide. Yes, you do. That's that first step, y'all. I decide. I decide. And then you declare it, what you're doing right now. but you've got to declare it. Yes, Chantel, I decide. Amy, I decide. Sherry, I decide. Yes, you all. April, hi. Mary, I decide. That is that first step, deciding and declaring it. You're doing it. Next thing, just like I told you about my client, we had to force the vision. You had to decide what is it that you actually want. And it's not just about what you don't want, y'all. See, remember I said earlier, what you focus on expands. So if you focus on what you don't want, guess what happens? You get more of what you don't want. That's what happens. So by focusing on what you actually want, you're going to attract more of that. So I decide, Maria, I love it. Hi, America, I see you. Hi, Jennifer, I decide. Karen, I decide. Yes, yes. Lauren, I decide. I love it. Awesome. That's that first step, y'all. And then visualize and focus what it is that you actually want. And then you start putting your attention towards those results. So stop feeding those negative beliefs, stop feeding those false assumed truths, and start focusing on what you actually do want. On what you actually do want. Okay. So how do you do it from here? What do you do then? Hi, Lauren, I decide. Yes, Maria, have to do it every day. I love it. What do you do from here? Well, you find somebody who is living this way, who resonates with you. You find somebody who's living this way and resonates with you. Why do you do that? I'll tell you why. Because it's like, have you ever heard the crab analogy? Y'all ever heard the crab analogy? I'm probably going to screw this up. I'm going to try. Okay. Take a bucket of crabs and one tries to crawl out. What do you think happens to the one that tries to crawl out? Any guesses? What happens? Yes. One tries to crawl out. All the other crabs start trying to pull down that crab that's trying to pull out. And that crab trying to pull out, what does it do? It starts second guessing. Oh, maybe I shouldn't try to escape. Maybe I shouldn't try to change. Okay. So you've got to find somebody that you resonate with that is going to help lift you up. And you start surrounding yourself with the right thoughts and the right actions, and you get out of the idea of validating these false assumed truths. This is critical, y'all. You got to find that person. Okay? I'm going to give you a lifeline right here. I'm about to give you a lifeline. Some of you have been watching my lives this last week, so you know what I'm about to say. But this is your lifeline right now. If what I'm saying is resonating with you and you are ready to make a change and you want to do this without letting these false assumed truths get in your way, if you want to find a workaround, if you want to find that shortcut, if you want to get to those results a lot faster with a system that works, I want you to write in the comments right now, reset. The word reset, R-E-S-E-T, reset. Write it. And I want you to write it because I'm going to send you direct information if you write the word reset on what we're starting Monday. Write the word reset if you're ready to do that. Okay? Because on Monday, my Full Body Reset Live starts. Full Body Reset is a 6-week program that is going to take you through all of this in a way that is making it that failure is not an option. Failure is not an option when you write reset. Okay? When you join Full Body Reset, failure is not an option. It's not an option, okay? Because what happens in Full Body Reset Live is we start together as a group on Monday, and every day we're gonna attack those false assumed truths. How are we gonna do that? Because I'm gonna flood you with success, with the way to think, the way to act, those thoughts to change, those actions to take, with all those things that are so simple to implement when you're surrounded by it. So failure is not an option, okay? So on Monday, those of you that reset with me, that you join Full Body Reset Live, you're gonna have videos every day, short bite-sized chunks you can watch on your own time to help change your state, to get you in that right thought process, to create those right habits. You're gonna have nutrition help like you've never had before, detailed, simple, easy, and fun nutrition that tastes good. Swap out options that go with everything, okay? So if you don't like something, don't worry. We have swap out options for everything. And you're gonna learn nutrition in a way that you don't now need willpower. You don't need to manage cravings. You're gonna learn it in a way that it makes it simple, easy, and fun, and effortless. That's what you want, right? And then we're gonna add some body weight optional workouts that you can do on your own time. Now, it doesn't just stop there, y'all. There's a private Facebook community in the live version where every single one of your questions is answered. Every single one of them is answered. And then we do a live weekly Zoom call that's optional. So you're face-to-face with me. I go through the lessons more thoroughly and we answer every single question. So I help customize this for you. Failure is not an option on this. Okay, how do you do it with me? Okay, if you wrote reset, by the way, I realized I just screwed up, y'all. I said write reset on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, we're gonna send you something. On Instagram, I can't. If you're on Instagram, either send me a direct message, send me a DM, or you can go directly to the letters fbrlive.com. Let me try to type it here on Instagram. fbrlive.com. If you're on Facebook, you can go there too, by the way, y'all. This is going to close soon. We are getting full, by the way. I don't want to have this group too big because I want to help everyone. So this will close as soon as it's full. We start Monday live as a group, and you go to fbrlive.com. All the details are there. Oh, the best part I totally forgot, because I started this topic with when you feel like everything you've tried has not worked for you, right? This is the best part. I do something that others do not do. I have something called an action taker's guarantee. What does that mean? That means if you join Full Body Reset Live and you give me your time and your commitment to it and you show up and you do what I teach you in Full Body Reset Live, if you do this and you don't get results, guess what? I don't deserve to get paid. So if you fully show up and you do FBR Live for 6 weeks with me, and you fully do it, but you don't get results, you get your money back. So there is literally no risk. Now, why do I make that an action taker's guarantee? Because let's get real, y'all. I know that some people, not you guys are special people, but some people will take advantage of that and not actually do it. I am about results. I want you to show up and actually do it so you can see what's possible for yourself, and that's what's gonna happen. That's what's going to happen. So failure is not an option on this. So that's why I do an action taker's guarantee. All right, I'm going to answer questions. What questions do you have here? Any questions you have? If you're on Facebook and you wrote the word reset, we're actually going to send you through your DMs some information on this. If you're on Instagram, either go directly to fbrlive.com or send me a DM and I'll send it to you, okay? Let's see. Will you have another after the 6 weeks? Good question. So I always offer Full Body Reset Live, y'all. It's always there. But the live version where I do the Facebook group and the Zoom and all of that and the direct coaching from me, that I only do usually 2 or 3 times a year max. Okay. So there will not be another one for several months. There will not be another one for several months on that one. So I would definitely recommend doing it now. Now, if you get it now and for some reason you're like, oh, but I'm taking a vacation or I can't focus, that's okay, because what happens during the live is we record everything too. So you still want to do the live because you get those group calls sent to you if you can't attend them, and you can still watch all of the materials and videos on your own time. So I would still highly suggest doing that now. Let's see. Victoria said that's awesome. Let's see. Any questions, y'all? Ask away. I feel like I just talked really, really fast. So let's see. Everything, let's see. Yeah, awesome. Yes, you can totally still do it if you just want to learn more. Thanks, Belle. Mona, how do you sign up? Mona, you just go to fbrlive.com. fbrlive.com. Jennifer, if I'm currently doing 4-week, are you doing 4-week jumpstart, Jennifer? No, don't wait. Do this. This is like 4-week jumpstart on steroids. This is like a whole nother level. This will help you with 4-week jumpstart. What I would do is if you're currently doing 4-week jumpstart, join Full Body Reset because they go together, okay? You have 4-week jumpstart as the perfect follow-up right after Full Body Reset. That's what I would do. I think it's a great add-on. It's basically like 4-week jumpstart, 7-day jumpstart on steroids. So they definitely go really, really well together. You can totally still do it. Let's see, Nikki, why does my anxiety kick in when I know I need this? Nikki, that's your higher self telling you. Like, okay, so when I know something is right for me, I typically get either like a chill feeling or I get this like ramped up hyper energy. So maybe that is what you're feeling. Like it's your body telling you like, this is for me. This is what you need. Let's see. Victoria just asked, please let me know how you help deal with success. Let's see. I think when I do well, I get very freaked out. Interesting, Victoria. Victoria, that is an example, by the way. I don't know if you heard from the beginning. It's an example of a false assumed truth. That is exactly example. That is something we definitely can help through this. Let's see. Instagram just said live video pause, and I don't know why. Sorry, Instagram. I don't know what just happened there. There we are. Instagram, you just paused. I'm sorry about that. Not sure what happened. Let's see. So yeah, that's something I can help with. That's a false assumed truth. And we tend to do that to ourselves. That is, when I shared about my friend who we had to force the vision, she had this belief around her that every time she would lose 25 pounds, things would get more hard. She would have a setback, and that's where things would stop. So breaking through that belief, breaking through that false assumed truth is what changed things. Let's see. Okay, good question, Chelsea. Do you have an average amount of weight or inches the majority of the group usually loses in the time? Yes, Chelsea, I do, absolutely. Okay, so typically on my programs, on average, most people week one lose about 5 pounds. And the reason is, in addition to fat, you're gonna lose excess bloat and water weight too. Okay, that's week one. Every week to follow, you lose an average of 2 to 3 pounds of fat loss per week. So on average, people lose about 15 pounds over the 6 weeks, okay? That is on average. Now, where that varies is, one, if you have a lot more to lose, like let's say you've got over 100 pounds to lose, you might actually lose more because it's such a big change. If you are already really within reach to your goal, like let's say you're 5 or 10 pounds away from your goal, you're gonna have a slower weight loss. You're not gonna lose more than you need to. So, but on average, most people that join have at least 25 pounds to lose, most. So I would say that's what you can expect over the 6 weeks. I hope that helps you. Okay, let's see. Any other questions here? Let's see. For questions about the cost, the dates, all that, go to fbrlive.com. I have all of that information right there. fbrlive.com. Okay, what if you're an alumni? What if you've done full body reset before and you want to do it again? If you have done full body reset before and want to do it again, message us at support@nataliejillfitness.com. We have a special link for you. We have something we call an alumni discount where you can participate in the live and you don't have to completely rejoin. Okay, awesome. Let's see, any more final questions? Let me just scroll here. Awesome. Yes, you can totally send us a DM. All right, if you want us to direct message you information and you're on Facebook, write the word reset. If you're on Instagram, you can send me a DM, or any of you can go to fbrlive.com. I'm excited. I see a lot of you have already joined, and I'm excited to start on Monday. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you all. Have a good night. Bye.